Okay, with apologies for wearing a Star Trek shirt for a Star Wars review, here is the third episode of Season 2 of The Bad Batch. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and today we talk about the solitary clone. The solitary clone being that most likely of Commander Cody. Commander Cody has somewhat of a conscience for a clone, and nothing will cause that conscience to rev up than to have Crosshair in your group. Crosshair believes obey orders. We don't care what the ramifications of those orders are. If you're a good soldier, you follow orders. If you don't follow orders, you're not a good soldier, and that's the reason that he broke up with the rest of the Bad Batch. However, with this group, he finds himself in the same position, saying, I'm going to follow orders, and the rest of you are just traitors, just like the Jedi are. And before all this happened, though, he's put on a task force with Commander Cody, and they are to go to Desix. Desix is an outer rim world that was not really under the Old Republic, but is being annexed by the Empire. They're sending a governor, a fellow by the name of Groton. Groton is going there to take over administration. The current governor there doesn't seem to like the idea. Governor Ames says, no, we did not agree to Empire takeover. We weren't part of the Republic, and therefore we don't have anything to do with you. And he insists there is some blaster fire, and when it all ends up, Groton is held prisoner. So the Crosshair, along with his commander Cody, are sent off with a task force in order to rescue Groton, and told to use anything necessary in order to get him freed. And once they get there, they go through some heavy resistance. They do some very good tactical things. Thanks to some very good shots by Crosshair, they are able to come in and subdue the current governor. We won't go any further spoilers than that. But a couple of things come of this that is of some interest. There's one line in there that I really do like, and it's from Cody to Crosshair, and says, the difference between us and droid armies is we make our own choices, and we have to live with them too. This is something that is not something that seems to have ever occurred to Crosshair. And so we're learning a little bit about him, and maybe we're starting to see kind of a change in his outlook on all of this. We don't know exactly what it is that motivates him. So I think our story here is about Crosshair. What is it that makes him someone who is such a rigid follow orders kind of guy when the rest of the Bad Batch were not under the mind control of the rest of the clones, and therefore were able to not only do some amazing things, but also have a conscience. And we even see some of that in Commander Cody in this episode, to draw a contrast between him and Crosshair, who knows nothing, it seems, but you follow orders, you get the job done, you move on. And the fact of the matter is that while Crosshair is at the base kind of avoided by all the rest of the clones, perhaps he's starting to feel the peer pressure that perhaps there is something in having a conscience of your own, having accountability of your own, having something more to do than just to follow orders. It would be an empty life. And so that seems to be the moral of this particular episode, and a lead into what we're going to see as possibly an alliance between Cody and the rest of the Bad Batch, and maybe a way for Crosshair to rejoin the group. That seems to be what's going on right now, but we don't know. But we'll keep you up to date on that as the next episode comes your way by this week. And of course, we'll be there to talk about it as well. So in the meantime, I hope that you will Subscribe if you have not done so already, and of course ring the bell so you know when the next video is coming your way. We do Star Trek, we do Star Wars, we do the various spin-offs of all of those things, and also Doctor Who, and the occasional things like The Last of Us, to try to cover anything that is science fiction, or mostly science fiction, on television these days. So we hope that you will join us, and until next time, don't go far.